Welcome to Yeshiva Daf Shir sponsor Nishma Sam Yakushon Lab Basitzchok. We're holding in Metzia Daf Ein Zayin, starting from the Gemara in the Amud Top. The Gemara brought in the end of previous Daf. The Gemara brought. We mentioned the what will be exactly the difference. We have a steer. We have a contradiction. When do you pay? When does the poil lose and when not? The Gemara said that his sire Larry, not Sire, did he travel the land or not? So now the Gemara and the Gemara brought Rava. The Rava said, and we saw Rashi Rama to understand it, that if the inspection of the evening it happened the night before, that makes a difference. So now the Gemara is going on with other drushes of Rava. In the third line, the Fanzan Mudaf, the Rava said, Hayman the Ugir Agure Ledavlo. Someone hired a worker in order to davlo. What is davlo? To water a field. So mitro came rain. No need for them. Say the other prayer. The workers lose. Why do the workers lose? That is part of the deal. The part of the deal is that you come. You're going to try to do your work, but this is where the rain came. Please ask over here. We saw Mesilas Gittin.
I think you skipped the line.
You did where? Right, also Mitro. Say the prayer. The prayer lose if there was rain. Toys brings over here that we learned Mesilas Gittin. That someone said you go and work and then rain came, so you're saying that there he did not lose. So there's a difference between a poil and an oris. Oris is a sharecropper. Sharecropper becomes like a partner. How I water is not your business. Reality, I hired you to work for me. You're not working, I don't owe you money. Also, no, say the Balabais. If the river came, is we say the Balabais, because it tells explains a little more, because that's normal. The river.
Rain is normal.
No, rain is normal to come natural. But the river is expected more than the rain. Why? So Gemara explains. What does it mean the river did it? There's special channels that allow the river to go in. So that's something you should know.
It's not like a flood.
Right, not a flood, exactly. On the second one, which the Balabais knew about and he planned it, he needs to pay the poil, what's called poil bot, to the minimum wage. But rain, it's called his mazel. Another case, someone rented, hired workers to water the field. They need the water from the river. No water. The water system stopped working. If it's never happened, it's the first time it ever happens. Say the problem lose. It's like their mazel. But the pasuk is normal. That happens all the time. If they are people that are the citizens or residents of this place, and they know the river stops, so then say the prayer. But if they're not the residents of the city, they don't know about the Balabais, so then it's Balabais meaning the river stops. They were hired for some place. They don't know the nature of this river. If there is his fault. So whatever, it's something that either the Balabais can expect, so then it's his responsibility. Balabais cannot expect, it's their bad mazel. So he hired workers to work, and they ended the work, there's no more work after half of the day. They finished the whole day. If there's work to do, which is better than the first work, so then, according to the film, they're going to take away the next 4 words, which makes sense. Or either better or equal. So mafkelu, you should give it to them. You hired them for the day. But the koshim, if it's harder, loy mafkelu v'noytilam schar mishalim. So he pays the full amount because they finished the work. They finished what he called them to do. So he says, why? They didn't work half a day. The other work, they're probably batel. So they had a vacation day. So she said, thank you. When you vacation day, as we saw in the previous Amud, you say, how much is a person willing to pay for that? It says, are the name of a place. And the chlusha, the Rashi says, the ones that carry very heavy loads. They do not enjoy vacation. When they vacation, they get weak. They get sick. It's not for them. They need to have a work. So when you're telling them after the day you're out, that makes them weak. It makes them not able to continue. So that's why I have to pay them a full amount. You can't say, oh, enjoy the vacation. We're not enjoying the vacation. You show me with Mashosu. You check what they did. Now still this is more brought the Rova, by the way. And now what we're doing is going back to the Braiso that we learned in the previous daf, in daf in Vovun base. We learned in the Braiso with different inyonim. And now the Gemara is going to go into it to come and explain it. They go and you check out what they did. Ketzad. How do you check? How do you measure? So in other words, after the day, they stop working half the day. So you check. It's like this. If what they did was worth the cost, the value is 6 dinar. 6 dinar is a sell and a half. But they did only half a day. So really they have only one seller. But their work that they did is worth sell and a half. You're selling them, selling you only one seller. Why? Because the Poel could say, I want to get my money. I'm not going to get a less than my money. I'm allowed to stop working. I'm allowed to stop. I'm not going to give you, I gave you a commitment to pay 2 slaim, and you did half a day, you get 1 seller. Maybe you can't finish the job. That's our responsibility. Yad Poel Elyonim means I'm not an evet, and I'm allowed to stop. The Rashi brings Avodim Lavodim. You learn that's something Kedushin. I don't have to continue working. I have the rights. I have a union. I can stop working in the middle of the day. Other option is, says the Braiso, they do the whole day, they get the full amount. Shito, of course they get the full amount, and not only that, what happened was that the work became more expensive. The problem is we don't want to work anymore. Bava says, please, I'll take care of you guys, please come. Now when you said please come, I assume you give me more money. So no, what I meant to say, I'll take care of you, I'll feed you. But now I'm giving you more money than we originally planned. Right? Meaning that if they did a work of 1 seller, this is 1 seller, Shito, the Tzucho de Zal Avito. What happened was it became cheaper to hire workers. The Zal Avito Mikor. Sorry, I was not getting more. Right now it means originally it was worth less. To hire workers was worth less. They agreed with Feizuzo, but they say, no, I'll give you a little bit more. I'm going to give you, usually you give only 90% of a seller for half a day. I'm going to give you a full seller for half a day. Now, when you come to the market, that's the price everybody pays. The comment Feizuzo went up to the price that you want to give them originally. You agreed to give us an extra zuz. So give us extra zuz even now. Meaning, until now, you didn't know that you could get that amount. You think you're supposed to get less, and yes, I'll give you a little bit more. But my intention was I was willing to spend on this work 1 seller. People know, that's the equilibrium of economics. People are willing to spend a seller, so they will sell a seller. They will hire themselves for a seller. But he says, really the value of this work is really a seller because I was willing to pay that. You didn't know that. So for you it looked like a bonus. It wasn't a bonus, it's the value. So now that you know now you just know that's the value. I'm not giving you more. Okay? So now it's done the comment. The guy basically was saying that what? I'm giving you more than you. The Poel gets 50% what he did. The Shaila is, what happens when he did is worth more? You don't give him more than 50%. Meaning, you go based on whatever's left. The Poel was hired to work for 2 slaim. He worked half a day, and now to get workers is another what? It's another half a seller. It's another half a seller. So no, I think this is okay. That's another half a seller. So if it's another half a seller, so the guy says, so you go. So it says so the worker will lose out. The worker is supposed to get a seller, but in order to complete the job, he left in the middle of the job. In order to complete the job, I have to give somebody a seller half. You're getting only half a seller. So that's what the Rav Dai saw. Not like that account. Rav Dai basically says he doesn't have a right to leave in the middle. So that's the one goes on and says the worker's hand is below, meaning he doesn't have a right to leave. Doesn't have a right. He's supposed to stay and work, and if he stays, so whatever the job is worth, you lose. Or you were allowed to do shnei slime, or the work it could work it two slime. Something more again, the same question. Pshito, what is this saying? If you work the full amount, you get two slime. Let's see what the zalavito, meaning the work decrease in value. So Abai said, I don't want you to work anymore. Those who said to Abai, please, please let us work for you. We'll do good by you. I thought you meant you'll decrease the payment. All we said is we're going to do for you a good work. We're not going to try to trick you. We're not going to try to cut corners, but not that we're going to take less money than what you agreed. Seller, if what's left is a seller, so give them one seller. Pshito. Right? It's basically flip side what we said before. Originally, he came to hire them, and the cost in the market is a seller and a zuz. But they really wanted to get a job. They told him, we're going to work for you for one seller. Now, when you go to the marketplace, everybody's paying only a seller, not more. Maybe you'll say, okay, I gave you less of a zuz, so I'll give you what? Less of a... So I'm going to give you... So you agreed to give me a discount. So give me a discount for the market rate. Similar to what we said before. It's not a discount rate. That's the correct rate. People are willing to work for this amount. The market did not know that. So we gave you the right rate. Now you know. So that's like what explains the chidush within the brayso. Again, what is the meaning machlokes in the brayso? Does Rabbanan say the poil worked half a day, he gets half the price? I don't care what he's going to be cost later, because he's allowed to leave. The question is, can he ask for more? And then he says, no, you're not getting half the price. You're getting whatever is left after it cost me to finish the job. Rav says that if someone hired a worker, the worker could say in the middle of the day, I'm not working anymore because we said you tell me the difference is there's a difference in kablanus. Schirus means you hire a worker, so then you're saying that but by kablanus, I don't say that. Kablanus, what's kablanus? Kablanus means I hire you for the day. I'm not hiring you for a few hours. I'm hiring you to do a job. So that's not considered to be an evet. Look at Lashon Rashi, last Rashi in the Amud. Shani le ben schirus kablanus, the last two lines. The gabe schirus is so light time, and schirus you have the reasoning. The avodah and kablanus ain't the evet. The latzer, he's not a slave. He's just working the latzer, which means he's doing the job. He's finishing a melach. There's a kablanus ma'ik kitani kiblu in kamaliktor with the rabbis chayim. So Rav Dai so he's talking about kablanus. Not to go what to say, and that's why he can't change his mind. The Rav holds is clear, so maybe there's a difference between a worker and a kabbalah. Says the Gemara, is there such a difference? That time it says in the right, so someone hired a worker. In the middle of the day, the worker later finds out someone in the family died, and he needs to go to Levi. He got fever, he got sick. If he's a worker, so the din is when Daven Zayin Amud Beis, he gives him his payment. Right? What Rashi explains why. You give him 50%. Why? Because you don't want to cause a kras. But In kablonu, noisel kablonu soy. And if it's a kablon, you're paying the full kablonos, right? So in other words, the guy had oidus. He was hired, and something happened. Someone in the family died. It's not his fault. So you still have to pay him both paschirus, both the kablon and kablonos. It's more money. Who are we talking about? If it's your the argument with soy, but they say that a poil has the right, he has union rights to get out of work whenever he wants to still be paid. So why have to talk about a case of Meisto Shechazov Suchamo? The only says Oines, Kilo Oines Dami. He also can leave. Homer Aboni had the Poel Dechtaina. Allah Lerna. He has the right to leave whatever he wants. You see, that's why what explaining. Rabbi says like this. If it's an Oines, you have to pay him. If it's not an Oines, you don't pay him. Hi, maybe you tell me schirus you don't pay him. You complain you don't pay him. When he's hired to do a job, but schirus you do. Because of what they love, you don't say that. So you see from here, this is not differentiating. He says, no, I'll tell you what's up. Chat is, when do I say that a worker can stop in the middle of the day? That's only when he's not a davar of it. Meaning it's not something that if you stop in the middle of the day, it gets lost. But if it's davar avud, we're talking about that then the brother can't change his mind in the middle and then ruin the whole thing. Avod it means you can't force me to work, get somebody else. But if you're going to ruin the thing, you don't have it. Says the Gemara, it says in our Mishnah. End of the Mishnah is anybody who changes what the Bava is told to do, so he loses, he gets either the expenses or the increase in value, whatever is less. Because anybody who changes his mind, so also he has to go Yodat Achtoin. And instead of calling Shani, why? This is not Tana Kabyudo. The Tana goes like a Budo, that what? That we learn in Meseches Kamo, you don't say Shinu Koine, and you lose. Why have to tell me in the Mishnah that everybody changes his mind and loses? That's the beginning of the Mishnah. So I have to say it again. Oh, it's going to tell you the case of Poyel by Avdaiso. Tell you that a Poyel by Avdaiso, even there, he can't change his mind. He can't stop working. Not only a problem. So you're right. We have two rayos. Avdaiso said both. Avdaiso holds both that a kablon and he holds a poyel. In both cases, what's the din? The din is that he cannot change his mind. If he changes his mind, he loses. Rav, how do we ask why is Rav said l'chora differently? Rav agrees with Avdaiso regarding kablon, but he disagrees with Avdaiso regarding an oive. That's where we see that difference. Regarding a poyel. That's it. Ibai say, one of the answer. It says the Mishka is not coming to tell me poyel. Could be according to Avdaiso poyel could change his mind. Hi, what is this coming to add to you? Look at Tanya, someone sold the field to his friend for 1,000. And then he gave him a deposit of 200. If the seller says, I changed my mind. So then the buyer has a choice. What's his choice? He has the upper hand. What's the upper hand? He said, give me back my money that I gave you a deposit. Or I don't want my money. I want a land which is worth the value of my money. You don't want to give me the whole land? Don't give me the whole land, but give me 20% of it. What does he have to give him? So it says the Gemara Mina Idis. So one understands it means the best field. One going to ask the second why. But sorry, if the buyer is the one who changes his mind, so the Moicha has the upper hand. Either gives back his money, or he gives him a land for the mois. How much does he pay? He pays in the lower land. So the one's going to ask, we made a deal in this land. So the we try to avoid this. How do you try to avoid this? It says the Gemara, right. Reuven sold the field to Shimon. It's sold. Done deal. 200 already paid. And he knows and he still owes me 800. He right away buys the field. The purchase is already done, and you have to just pay later. Meaning what? Really, the question is, how do you do? And I think it's really very different. The difference between how you buy a house in Eretz Yisrael and you buy a house in America. As an example, in America, when you give a deposit, you're not buying anything. It's not yours. It's by an escrow, and you wait for the time of the sale. When do you actually get the land? You get the land when you when you pay the full amount. Other countries, there's another way to do it: is you pay a certain amount, you get the house. The house is yours. Now you owe the rest. You have to still pay the rest. So, and you have time to pay the rest. If you don't pay the rest, then maybe the seller can take it back. So that's the difference over here. Originally, what they did was a deposit doesn't purchase anything. So now they both can change their mind. It was like as we did Rabbi Shapara. I pay you money, but I can change my mind. Says Rabbi Gamliel. So Shimon Gamliel says, I have a solution for this. Make the 200 purchase the land. That's it. The purchase is done. Nobody can change their mind. The 800 will be alone. Says the when he gives them back, he gives them the best. If the seller is the one who changes his mind. Why you give the best? If you're giving them the best field. He says he owes him the money, so give him the middle grade land. Also, he gave money for this specific land. Why did he give him another land? We're talking about in this field, which part of the field to give him? The better part of the field, the worst part. This field is a Bainis. But the question is, in the field itself, there's a nice shaded area, there's a nice sunny area, there's a little more muddy area. Which place do you give him? You give him the best if the Bava won't change his mind. You want to say his best field. Someone who sells, it could be why? What happened? This buyer wants to go and buy this field. How do you buy a field? You get money. How do you get money? You have to start selling some assets. So he had to get a discount. I mean, he had to, in order to someone starts selling his assets, and he needs the money, he needs the cash, he gives it in a cheaper price. That's by you buy a house, you could buy a property. You check why is the seller selling it for a cheaper price, and he tells you because he has a bigger deal is going into, he needs the money. So if you have like an Isaac, there's an Isaac. Why is it an Isaac? He lost money because of this guy. That's what he gets in. So he says, love davka, right? Because he's not getting what he lost. He's getting the money that he deposited. So it's not exactly like an Isaac, but there's the idea that you pay him a better field is because he's considered to be someone who was damaged. Says the Gemara, Yeshiva says, make the deposit purchase the land. Because of that, because you owe that. If you didn't write that, you don't say that. That meaning, deposit shall buy it without that net. But without that net, Ratani says in the right, so someone who gives his friend a Rovon, collateral. Says if I change my mind in the deal, the Rovon is yours. And the one who's holding on to the collateral says if I change my mind, I'll double you the collateral. It's kaimat it works. The condition works. Everybody says, I'm sure I'm going to be able to do the deal. All you buy is whatever money you put in, that's not asmachta. You give the money. So Mashra that that coin. So right now, so according to Abiyasi, the deal works. According to Abiyudu, he's buying the Erev. It's only if you say well, what does that mean? He says, I want my Roman to buy the whole thing. Right? So that's what it is. That's what he says, I want to get a discount. So he's saying, And he did not agree to that. So that's why I'm saying that whatever you bought, you didn't buy, you didn't buy. But if you told him, I'm going to sell you for 1,000, and he agreed to pay 50%, he's koine and he gives it back even a few years later. Meaning that it works, even though he did not do any condition. So why? In other words, you see in this Bryce it says that whenever a person gives a deposit on a land, he means to say that it's going to be a full purchase immediately. So why did he say only if you said it? Says the Gemara, Loikash. Had the Ka'ayel v'nofik azuzei, had the Loika'ayel v'nofik azuzei. Meaning, whatever it says that he can change his mind is if you see that the seller is trying to get money. Meaning he's running after the buyer, give me money. So that shows you that what? He needs the money right away. He says, where's my money? Oh, I'll give it back in a week. I need the money now. So saying I need the money now shows that he's not willing to sell the field unless he gets the money right away. You're not giving the money, forget the deal's over. But the case that Shimon Gamliel says you don't have to say any conditions is that he doesn't really need the money. Don't worry, anybody sells something to his friend, and he goes in and out of for money. He's not coining. Meaning he's not coining right away. So that's what it means. That's a pshat of Shimon Gamliel. When you need a condition, when not. Said the thing. Someone came on and Zuz to his friend, and he pays him slowly every day 1 Zuz. Piroi, that's a piroi. He can't have time to stay. You caused me to lose it, right? Because I'm not getting in one shot all the money, so that's going to be a loss. Says the Gemara, someone sold to his friend I think it was wine. And he left, he had 1 zuz left. Sorry, Rashi says clearly it's a chamor. I got it. It says it was a donkey. And they come, the shaila is, how do you know it's a donkey? Okay, but it's a donkey. And he paid the whole price except 1 zuz. 1 zuz he didn't pay. And that zuz he was running after. Where is my last payment? He say he gave 99% of the price. So do you say it's a good sale or not? Yeah, but that's all. He got 99% of the money. Even $1 is like zuz.
The whole story is that he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, but he's saying probably you assume the dietary that he was getting $999,000.
He's running after him.
Yeah. It's a zuk. If you want zuz, it's good enough. I'm going to have a bit of Avashi. I mean, you should do Rova Koni. Real and any Rova is Koni. Amalei Tidagim Schweitzoch B'Moicher Sadeyu. I mean, Chesavdam Mipnei Ros. Talking about is that he sold the field because the field was in such bad condition, because of terrible things going on. So on inside that he wants to get rid of the field. He's running after the guy for the zuz. Doesn't really mean it. Look at Loshe Rashi. Rashi says he also not inside the belav into the zuzi without money. Now we have him masbeli. You tell anybody that I don't know because why he's running after money. Okay, he wants to get the money before the guy changes his mind, but he doesn't really want the money. He wants to get rid of the field. He wants to make sure that the guy gives him all the money.
Only if he gave margin. The same story.
Interesting. I think that they were sharing this custom. So I could there will be something else. Just to mention one thing. Yeah, that's what Taste says. Taste is finished. Right? That was Taste. If you look at the last Taste, now it's on base. Taste says exactly what you pointed out. So not even 1 zuz, even all the zuz. Right? It always give me this issue. And one thing we just see over here, and this will conclude, to the Mandama, the Gemara starts by saying that giving a deposit and saying that the thing works, and says, if not, I'll be moichel you the rova, which is really very similar to a deposit today. How the deposit today works? Person goes in the house, he gives 10% down, and he says, if I'll get the money back, I'll buy the whole house. And if not, what happens if not? You give the 10%. It's a problem of a smachto. Big Yeshiva Smachta. Why is Bava Smachta?
You don't think you're going to walk.
I'm sure I'm going to get 90%. But then after 3 months, I thought I'm getting money. I thought that my cousin's going to give me a loan, and I thought that the bank is, and nothing happened. That's the Smachta. So that's why we were this shir by the dying for the basically of Reb Chaim Cohen. He said that the first thing they basically look at is look at the last page of the deal and they see, does it say the loike smachta loike tesh the shtar? When it says the finish the shtar, we do no smachtas, so you can't say smachta. But if it doesn't say that, it's between two yidin, it's a problem because a smachta means I thought I could do it, and a smachta we hold the smachtas now. The Shir Gama will stop over here. We'll continue from here tomorrow.